I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. Getting all pumped. People get pumped. Alright guys, welcome back. My name is Dion and you are watching Reptiliatus channel. In today's video, where do I start, guys? Man, if you guys are old timers, OGs, let me take you all back through memory lane. Once upon a time, there was a guy named Dion.
Hey guys, right now I'm going to do a quick update video on my greenhouse plants. My greenhouse plants are doing excellent right now.
When I first started my channel, I was doing a lot of plant content. That's right, I was teaching people how to grow sphagnum moss.
Hey guys, so for those of you who've been following the sphagnum moss series, this is the follow-up. I have a nice batch of moss.
I was teaching people how to keep carnivorous plants.
Over here is a Nepenthes Miranda.
I like to think I actually do have a green thumb. I know it's not green, but seriously, I love plants. And you probably see that through the way I keep my enclosures. I just can't do... Siri? Very weird. I can't do the fake plants. Like, I just can't. Sure, for quarantine and whatnot, but I can't do fake plants in my enclosures. It's just... no. Where I'm going with this is that it's been a long time coming, but with the new setup, the new reptile room, I absolutely had to get back to my roots and set up a small greenhouse. So, with that being said, guys, I'm just gonna try not to trip over things. Look what we have here. That is exactly what you think it is. It's a 5-tier indoor or portable greenhouse. And it's on wheels, just to make it a little bit cooler. So, in today's video, what we're gonna end up doing is setting up the greenhouse, putting in the shelves, getting the lights installed. Oh man, I'm literally so excited. It's gonna be awesome. And this will open up a whole array of possibilities for a different type of content that I can put out for you guys. I'm gonna be trying to acquire more rare plants, orchids, new carnivorous plants, propagating plants for terrarium or vivarium use. I'm also gonna be dropping a few links to literally everything you need to set up the same thing I have here. So if you want to support me, these are Amazon affiliate links. By purchasing the product through those links, I gain a very small percentage of the sale. No, you're not paying extra. It's just the way Amazon works, so feel free to check those links out. Very affordable greenhouse and really lets you do a lot. So if you're like me and you like keeping plants with your animals, definitely consider investing in one of these things. Alright, let's get to it. Alright guys, so here we are. As I mentioned, I'm going to have links to everything I purchased to set this whole greenhouse up. Here we have a reflective material or reflective sheeting that's going to line the inside of the cover for the greenhouse. This is just to sort of reflect, to keep as much light in and have it bounce back against the plants as possible. So we're going to be unfolding or unraveling this later and lining the whole inside of the plastic cover of the greenhouse with it. And then I have a bunch of shoe trays here, and these are just going to go in over each shelf just to not have any leakage drip down into the next tray, or even worse, onto my floor. So these are actually just shoe trays from IKEA. I think they're like $3 each. I got 5 of them for each level of the greenhouse. And then the lighting we're going to be using, which is pretty important, that is the sun blasters. So now these aren't the actual units for this particular greenhouse that I'm using. I'm using the 24-inch model T5 units. They're an incredible light, insanely bright. I mean, they put out like 6,400 K. Really, really nice. I use these on all my enclosures, so when I get people asking how do my plants grow so well in the animal enclosures, it's the sun blasters, honestly. They just do a phenomenal job. So I will have links to those light fixtures with reflectors and the whole 9 yards in the description. So you can take a look at that in my video description and set yourself up right from the start. Well, for now, let's go ahead and open this box and have a look at all the parts we need to assemble. Be careful with knives, kids. Alright. Oh man, it's like Christmas in March. And then we have our trays. Beautiful. And then the wheels. So these things are fairly straightforward to set up, but I mean, you can certainly consult the instructions if needed. But yeah, we're basically just going to start by making the bottom here. So we'll take 2 of these pieces and get to work. So I just wanted to pause for a moment and show you guys where we're at here. We've just completed the 3rd level. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and put on another level. Again, these greenhouses, you know, you have to remember they are what you pay for. So they're not that expensive. They're like 60 bucks Canadian, well, 69 Canadian for the 5 tier. So don't expect some kind of like super strong metal here. Like, you can bend it into shape. If some of your levels here come crooked, just bend the wire and it goes right back into shape the way you need it to be. And I'm sure the weight of the plants on here will help anyways. But yeah, just be gentle when you're putting the parts together because you don't want to force them too hard. Otherwise, it's pretty sturdy, and I'm excited to get the next 2 last levels up on here, and we'll go from there. Voila! Look at that, guys. Look at that beautiful greenhouse. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The 5-tier greenhouse frame is built. Now it just needs the cover. So before we go and put the cover on this particular greenhouse, I want to actually get the lighting set up in here because it's going to be a lot trickier to do that once the cover is on. So let's go ahead. Alright, they're the 2 sun blasters. So we're going to go ahead and figure out where we want those, and then I have a 3rd one that I'm also going to hook up to this as well. Alright guys, so these here are the Sun Blaster T5 units. They're fantastic. They come with a Nanotech T5 reflector. As I mentioned before, the bulb is extremely powerful. It emits really, really good light. Now, in every kit, you're going to get your light here with the reflector, as well as a few components that come in the box. So as you can see here, we're getting a 14-inch linked cord, 2 hanging clips, 2 mounting clips, and 1 2-meter long power cord. So there's our power cord, and this is our connector cord. So if we wanted 2 side by side, they can be run on the same power source and connected together. Here are the parts. We got the hanging clips and the mounting clips. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of a DIY style mount for this. We're gonna be incorporating the hanging clips, what we want. So we don't have the actual product to hang these from. So what we'll actually do is fasten them to the wires from beneath and have the fixture basically fastened to the bottom of the tray above it, if that makes sense. Just like that. That'll be perfect. Let's just get the other fixture out. Same process. We are going to remove the unit from the case. Going to take the bulb off because we have to remove the reflective covering. See, there's a film right there. Most people don't realize. You think, oh, why is the reflector blue? Well, you peel this off, and then you're set. Wow, that's satisfying. We get our bulb back on. We are ready for business. Alright guys, now that our clips are on, what I found just this at the local dollar store are some twist ties that are rubber covered. So we're actually just going to use these to hang the units to the bottom shelves. Alright guys, so if you look here, we have one of our light units. So all we're going to do is weave one of these guys right through and then bend it up. So that's 1 and 2. Anyway, so I'm going to sort of try to center this a little. And all we're going to do essentially is hang this through the bars. bring it through like so, and then give it a pull, one good twist, and then as I said, I'll even take it like that, tie it back a few times, and do the same on the opposite side. And we should be ready for business. Now obviously you want to push this down so it's kind of flat, because then you're not going to have an even, you want it to be as even as possible, because your tray is not going to sit well. It doesn't matter so much at the top here for me, because I'm not going to actually have any plants on this top tray. But so now we're just going to connect the two lights, link them so that they connect to the same power source. So there we go. We should be good now. Let's give them a test. Alright, so we got our power cord. Plug it in. And ooh, there we go. That is a bright little greenhouse. Have a look at that. That looks great. Alright guys, so now what we're going to do is take the cover. We've removed it from the bag. Now, when I was reading the review, there were a few people that said that this cover can be a bit delicate and breaks easily. So I strongly suggest that you don't just like try and jam it on over the frame. Take your time, make sure you're gentle, that sort of thing. So, wow, this thing is huge. I mean, obviously it has to get over or come over this greenhouse, so. But yeah, so we're gonna try and gently get this over top of the greenhouse now. So down at the bottom here, you'll see there's two ropey strands, and those are just there for you to actually tie the cover to the frame. So go ahead and do that. I usually just do something like that. I don't go overboard. You'll see that there's one on every side along the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie those up now. Hey guys, so now what I've been doing is just sticking or installing the reflective sheeting on the walls on the inside of the greenhouse using some double-sided tape. And this is just to maximize keeping the light in for the plants to take in. So I've stuck two outer sides on. I'm just going to put the last sheet through on the middle. Let's get those lights back on and see what difference it makes. Oh yeah, beautiful. Big difference. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh yeah, that is so awesome. I'm really, really happy with those results. It did make all the difference keeping the light in here. So now what we're gonna do is just take our trays that we had from IKEA and put those in. So I'm gonna go ahead and place one on the bottom. I was a little worried about it being tight, but I think we're good. That goes in just fine like that. So we have one tray here and another tray right here. It's gonna go right there. And this is just so that I can grow my plants on those trays. You are losing about an inch on either side, but I think with 4 or 5 if you choose levels or tiers, we should be okay. So guys, greenhouse is coming along real well here. Now there are a few last things I want to add, one of them being some fans. So I purchased these online here. You'll see them in the links that I've added to the description. So there's 2 fans here, and I'm gonna choose to either have them at the bottom of the greenhouse or the top. I think for now what I'm gonna do is have them blowing air into the greenhouse from the bottom. I kind of just wanna get some fresh air pulled in, as opposed to just circulating the air from the top when there's no way for it to come out. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stick those on the bottom. They work with USB. They have a few settings. They're not very powerful, I will say, so don't expect them to go crazy and, you know, create too much airflow. It's just a little something. You can choose to have maybe one pointing down to pull air out and the other one to pull fresh air in, and it'll just keep things from getting too hot in here in case you had like some rare orchids or something that didn't like too much heat. Alrighty guys, so 1 fan in that corner, another over there. Things are looking pretty awesome here. I'd say the greenhouse is just about ready to have some plants be put into it. Now that it's been running for a while and I've tested things out, make sure everything's running smoothly, fans, lights. Had it on for a few hours and the temperature inside's pretty good. I'm gonna get a digital thermometer in there just to make sure, but like the fans definitely make a big difference as far as making sure that it doesn't overheat with the T5s. Let's get some plants in here. It's gonna look awesome. Alright guys, so if you look behind me, the greenhouse is... Just gonna turn off the air purifier. If you look behind me, the greenhouse here is set up. Probably gonna add a few lights for the lower tiers. But look at this, everybody. Let's go have a look inside and see some of my plants that I have growing in here. It's really exciting to be able to get back into things the way I used to do it before. Growing plants, hoping to start growing some live sphagnum, maybe doing a reinvigorated tutorial on growing sphagnum moss from the dry material. So much potential with this simple greenhouse, so let's get in here and take a look. Guys, there you have it. I really hope you enjoyed seeing this tutorial, how to build the greenhouse. It's really practical. You can use it to grow all your house plants. You can keep them in here during the winter if it's super dry where you're from. You can propagate plants in it. You can propagate plants for terrarium use if you keep animals. There's so many applications for having one of these incredible greenhouses. Again, I have all the links down below if you need to buy anything to set yours up. Thanks again for watching, guys. This was a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to show you some amazing plant content. I didn't get into details to show you what different plants I was keeping there, because I kind of want to keep you guys wanting more. So, without further ado, I'm going to end this video here. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to subscribe down below. Ding the notification bell to know when my next video is coming out, and I'm sure I'll have more plant content coming your way soon. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Have an awesome week.